I can just, yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Manuel. I'm the head of Children's and Teen Services at the library. And I wanted to welcome everyone. And I also want the mayor to come and talk. Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect. You guys got a stool for me as well. No, it's an honor to be here and to meet you guys. I didn't know this was going to be like this, like I said, but this is good practice for you guys. Being an elected leader, a governor, a mayor, a town councilor, any of that stuff, any leadership position comes with a lot of responsibility, right? It comes with a lot of sacrifice as well as a lot of privilege and a lot of power. And, my message to you guys, being a young elected official myself, is to know that it comes with a lot of work, right? And to know that the power that you wield and the influence that you have over your peers, your family, your friends, your community, it holds a lot of weight. And it can be used for good and it can be used for bad. And we've definitely seen in other instances where people have used their power for bad. And so I tell you guys, as you go on this journey, and I don't know where your journey is going to go, what you guys are looking to do after this. Maybe you are looking to become elected officials, maybe the mayor of your own town someday. Do it with wanting to help people in your heart. All right, that's why you do it. That's why I ran for mayor, is because I wanted to inspire people like you guys, kids like you guys, to show that we can be young, right? We can come from different experiences, different backgrounds. You don't have to be rich, right? You can grow up struggling, but you can make a difference in your community so long as you do the work and you step up and you give it your all. And so, I hope you guys understand how proud this community is of you guys, whether you're from here or not, but to take on something like this, to be the kid governor in the cabinet is really just huge. It's monumental. And I wish you guys the absolute best of luck. And if you guys ever need anything from me, don't hesitate to ask. And like I said, if you want to be the mayor in 10 years, let me know. We'll start working on it today. Get you guys ready. Just don't run against me, okay? So I still want to do this thing. Governor, you might beat me now. But very, very proud of you guys. And just to see you guys step up and to take on these positions, your family, I can tell, is incredibly proud of you guys. So very curious to see where you guys go in the future. And like I said, if you guys ever need anything from me, don't hesitate to ask. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. And now we're going to have Brian come to the podium, please. Thank you.
So good afternoon, everyone. We are so excited to be here at the East Hartford Public Library. The Connecticut's Kid Governor Library Circuit is a unique way for the Kid Governor and members of the cabinet to go out into communities around the state, meet with students, meet with adults, and be able to talk about not only their platforms, but their experiences this year as state leaders, as they're now sixth graders, but they embarked on this journey when they were fifth graders. We celebrated the Kid Governor program's 10th anniversary about 2 weeks ago, and it's very fitting that we're here in East Hartford, which is where the first ever Kid Governor was from, Elena Tipton, who was from O'Connell Elementary School. I want to give a big shout out to Carol Fellenstein, who was Elena's teacher, and 10 years later is still doing Kid Governor with her fifth graders. So thank you, Carol, for being here. In just a moment, as you've heard, you'll get to hear from our 2025 Kid Governor, Keudy Martinez, as well as two of his cabinet members, Ryan and Warona, who are here to tell you all about their experiences. And we have the honor of working with them through their one-year term as student leaders and getting to help them as they implement their platforms. The Connecticut Democracy Center, which is where I work as the director of the Kid Governor program, wants to extend a really big thank you to some important funders who help make this program happen, and their support is what helps us provide Kid Governor free of charge to fifth grade classes, so students from a young age learn all about government and elections and how to be involved in their communities. I want to give a quick thank you to Connecticut Humanities, the Gawlicki Family Foundation, the Filene Foundation, Connecticut Community Foundation, Citizen Travelers, David Allen Hospitality Group, PeoplesBank, and Victus Coffee for supporting the Kid Governor program. I want to thank Manuel and Sarah here from the East Hartford Library for having us here today. And now I hope you will join me in welcoming your 2025 Kid Governor, Keudy Martinez.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming to my library circuit. And thank you to the East Hartford Public Library for hosting us today. My name is Keudy Martinez, and I am a 2025 Connecticut's Kid Governor. I'm from Waterbury, and when I was elected Kid Governor, I was a 5th grader at H.S. Chase Elementary School. I am now a 6th grader at ACES at Chase Academy. Here with me today are my 2 cabinet members, Ryan and Warona, who will speak with you shortly. Kid Governor is a program for 5th graders who want to make a difference in their community. A 5th grader can become Kid Governor by running for office. They do this by choosing a community issue that is important to them and coming up with a 3-step platform to help solve the issue. Students vote in the primary election to decide who will represent their school as their Kid Governor nominee. There can only be one candidate per school. Whoever wins the primary election must work with their class to make a 3-minute campaign video that explains their platform and community issue. Finally, 7 statewide finalist videos go out to all of the registered 5th graders voters, and they vote for the student and platform they want to support. The student with the most votes becomes Kid Governor, and the 6 runners-up become the Kid Governor's cabinet. When I was elected by 5th graders last fall, and I am serving. When I was elected by 5th graders last fall, and I am serving my 1-year term as the 2025 Kid Governor, today I will tell you all about my platforms and term so far. When I was embarked on my journey to become Kid Governor, I wanted to make our schools safer and better for everyone. If you feel unsafe or bullied, it's hard to focus on learning. I believe every student deserves to feel safe at school, and I don't want them to go through traumatizing moments. My platform also addresses mental health. It is important that we take care of ourselves and show kindness towards each other, especially if someone we know is having a tough day or experiencing bullying. I have a question for the audience. If a friend was having a tough day, or maybe experiencing bullying, what's something kind you could say or do to help? Raise your hand if you're willing to share out loud. Anyone? Okay. I believe that every student deserves to feel safe at school. I want to work with students, hearing their ideas and turning them into actions. That makes a real difference. Together, we can create solutions that help us feel secure and supported every day at school. That's why I named my platform, Speaking Up for Safe and Happy Schools. The Kid Governor program has given me the opportunity to address this important issue statewide and make a real difference. My platform has 3 points. Let me tell you what they are. My first point is to help stop bullying by supporting your classmates and reporting unsafe behavior. I chose this point because according to the U.S. Department of Education, 1 in 5 students report experiencing bullying. To achieve this platform point, I will host a live virtual panel discussion with experts in bullying and mental health fields. Students will be able to watch the discussion in their classroom or from home. Stay tuned for more details late this fall. My second point is to encourage 5th graders to start mental health awareness groups or clubs in their schools. This connects with my third point, to promote buddy systems in school to make sure no one feels alone. I chose these ideas because people feeling alone is a problem, and I believe that we can help change that. I also think students could really benefit from mental health tips so they can support each other. This fall, I will be sharing my framework that students and schools can use to form mental health awareness groups that can lead individuals like schools' buddy systems. A few of my cabinet members are also addressing bullying and mental health related issues So we are working together to create this framework. One way that I moved my platform was partnering with the Department of Children and Families and CT Family Day on a statewide poster contest to raise awareness of the importance of mental health. The theme of the contest was, in what ways do you and your family take care of your mental health? I like this theme because it shared encouraging things students can use to encourage their habits at home and how they can stay positive. It showed that mental health is something we all need to take care together as a family. I worked with my cabinet members to review the poster submission, and it was a lot of fun. We got to see so many creative ideas from fifth graders all across Connecticut, and I was excited to talk about which one stood out the most. It also helped us learn from each other and see new ways families take care of their mental health. In honor of CT Family Day this month, we just announced the winner of the poster contest, Sri Aurora from Simsbury. Her poster was my favorite because it shared a strong and positive message about mental health in a creative way. The design stood out and it showed some clear examples of how families can support each other. It was a winner because it captured the theme perfectly and inspired others. Students and teachers, you can download the winning poster from the Connecticut's Kid Governor website and hang it in your classrooms or school. I hope you will join me in speaking up for safe and healthy schools and addressing the issue of bullying and mental health. 2 specific things you can do to make a difference in your own school or community are spread kindness and speak up. Encourage classmates or friends to stand against bullying and be supportive allies. Adults can model this by promoting respect at home, in schools, and in the community. Start or join a mental health awareness group or club. You can help organize or join a mental health awareness club in your schools where our teachers and adults can provide resources, safe spaces, and guidance. Remember that my framework for starting these clubs will come out this fall. As the Kid Governor, I have my very own cabinet. My cabinet members are the 6 other finalists from the statewide election. They are a big part of Kid Governor program and have an important leadership role. We meet every month in my office at Connecticut's Old State House to discuss everyone's platform goals. We have a lot of fun and we support each other's platform. My cabinet is very important to me. My cabinet members are from left to right on the screen. Chloe from Hartford, Ryan from North Haven, Nava from New London, Dawson from Washington, Dominic from Orange, and Warona from East Hartford. You can learn more about them and their platforms by visiting ct.kidgovernor.org Cabinet 2025. Now, you will get to hear from Ryan and Warona. They will tell you about their platforms and what they have done this year as cabinet members. Ryan will speak first, and then Warona. Let's give Ryan a round of applause.
Hello, my name is Ryan Deng, and I am a member of the Kid Governor's Cabinet. Thank you for being a part of our library circuit and for coming to meet Kid Governor Keudy, Rona, and me. I am here to talk to you about my platform and my experience in the Cabinet. Like Keudy, I ran for Kid Governor last fall, and on this screen, you can see a clip of the campaign video I created. The community issue at the center of my platform is mental health. I chose mental health because it affects people of all ages and backgrounds. It's often overlooked or misunderstood. I've seen how challenges impact friends and family, and I want to help reduce stress and anxiety, raise awareness, and create a community where people feel safe seeking support. By focusing on this issue, I hope to make a difference in people's lives and strengthen our community as a whole. Mental health is important because it affects how we feel, think, and get along with others. If someone is struggling, it can make life harder. Talking about it and helping each other makes everyone feel better and supported. My platform has 3 points. First is to create classes to help 5th graders understand mental health and coping strategies. I chose this because it is important to understand mental health issues so you can have more awareness in schools. Second is to promote peer-to-peer support programs where students can check in with each other. Then you can share stuff privately with a friend or peer. It is important to accomplish because people might not want to share stuff with their feelings with a parent or a teacher. Third is to encourage schools to have Friday fun days with physical activities that students can try and use to reduce stress and anxiety. This is important to accomplish so students can have a stress-free Friday. I've done a lot this year to work with my platform. One thing I've done is build my mental health platform by making a mental health day at my school. I also talked with students and they sometimes had ideas for really fun activities. I had the chance to talk with 5th graders from around Connecticut about my platform at Inauguration Day at the Old State House. I was even interviewed by news channels and got to answer a question or two about my platform. Keudy will tell you more about Inauguration Day in a few minutes. I hope you will help me raise awareness of our mental health. You can do this by starting from fun Fridays with physical activities that students can try in your school. You could also teach kids about mental health. Learning and understanding mental health issues teach other people about them. Participating in activities yourself to show that physical activity can be fun and stress reducing. I am so glad I got a chance to speak with you and tell you about my work as a cabinet member. If you would like to learn more about my platform, come see me after the presentation for one of my business cards. Now I would like to introduce my fellow cabinet member, Warona, and tell you about her platform.
Hello everyone, my name is Sekgoma and I am a member of the Kid Governor's Cabinet. Thank you all for being here and being a part of our library circuit and coming to meet Kid Governor Keudy, Ryan, and me. Like Keudy, I ran for Kid Governor last fall, and on the screen you can see a clip of the campaign video I created. This community issue at the center of my platform is self-confidence. I chose building self-confidence as my issue because I felt inspired by how my grandparents described growing up. They worry about kids nowadays seeing how they see themselves and want me to be confident in who I am. As I have gotten older, I see a lot of insecurities in my friends. These insecurities make them want to hide. I want my friends to show themselves and feel confident about who they are and what they look like. My platform has 3 points. First is having 5th graders create positivity boxes in their schools with positive messages for students to read when they feel insecure. Second is for 5th graders to read affirmations during morning announcements to help students start their day on the right foot. And third is for students to share videos about maintaining self-esteem. I have had an exciting year as a cabinet member. My classmates and I made a positivity box for our school. A lot of students participated by adding little positive notes. At the end of every month, every 5th grader writes a new positive messages to refill the box. We also shared affirmations and positive speeches during our school's morning announcements. Fifth graders already do announcements, so we were in charge of picking the announcements every morning. In May, Keudy, me, and the rest of the cabinet visited the state capitol in Hartford. I had the chance to meet with my state representative and senator and tell them about my self-confidence platform. We also had a private meeting with the Lieutenant Governor Susan Sewers. She gave us a tour of her office and we told her about each of our platforms, and she even let us sit in her chair for our photos. If you want to help support my self-confidence platform in your own school, you can make a positivity box with your school's help and start adding positive notes inside for students to read. You can also read positive affirmations during your school announcements. Lastly, fifth graders can make videos with affirmations for students in younger grades to help them love themselves. If you would like to learn more about my platform, come see me after the presentation for one of my business cards. I'm so glad I got a chance to speak with you and tell you all about my work as a cabinet member. Now back to you, Keudy.
Thank you, Raymond and Ryan. Now, I'm going to tell you about my term as Kid Governor, including some of the people I've met and the places I've been. The Kid Governor program has connected me to so many amazing opportunities. One of my favorite parts of my term was Inauguration Day at the Old State House. I loved being sworn in by Secretary of the State, Stephanie Thomas, and officially started my role as Kid Governor. My family's teachers and many leaders were there to support me. I also got to give my inaugural address in front of a room of more than 200 people and lots of classes watching online. This event was special because it gave me the chance to share my platform for the first time and show students across Connecticut how serious I am about stopping bullying and supporting mental health. This is a brief video of me taking my oath of office from Secretary of State Stephanie Thomas.
Here as well. And please raise your right hand. Keudy, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the fifth graders and students of Connecticut during your one-year term and so long as you continue a citizen thereof, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of Connecticut's Kid Governor to the best of your ability, so help you God? Yay! It is now my honor to present you with the Kid Governor's sash, the symbol of your office. This sash has been worn by all of your predecessors, Elena Tipton, Jessica Broxham, Megan Kasparowski, Ella Briggs, Myra Stanfield, Reese Naughton, Makai Etienne Modeste, Ellie Mendez, and Cristiano Almeida, and now Keudy Martinez.
Another favorite moment of my term was being interviewed by NBC Nightly News. They did a special segment on their Kids Edition show that featured the Kid Governor of Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Oregon, and talked about our recent elections and our inaugurations. I liked the interview because I was able to share my platforms with people all over the country, not just Connecticut. It was exciting to represent students from my state and show that kids have important ideas too. This helped me spread my message further and encourage others to think about how they can stop bullying in their own schools. I also really enjoy my monthly meetings with my cabinet members. These have been some of my favorite times this year because I get to work closely with my cabinet members and hear their ideas. We work together as a team, and it shows me how important collaboration is in leadership. These meetings helped me strengthen my platform by adding creative new ideas and planning ways to make our schools more supportive and welcoming. I mentioned Connecticut's Old State House on an earlier slide because it is the home of the Kid Governor program. The Old State House once held the office of the Governor of Connecticut in the 1800s, before the current Capitol building was built. Now, the Old State House is a museum. However, the Kid Governor, the History Governor's office from the 1800s, is my office where my cabinet and I meet. You can visit the Old State House to take a tour and to see the Kid Governor's office yourself. Another cool thing I get to do as Kid Governor is my own blog. That is where my cabinet members and I write blog posts about what we are working on with our platforms. You can read our blog on the Connecticut's Kid Governor website. Before I answer some of your questions, I want you all to know that the statewide election for Connecticut's Kid Governor is coming up this November, between November 3rd and 12th. More than 10,000 fifth graders will cast their votes and determine who will serve as the 2026 Kid Governor. If you're a fifth grader, a teacher, or a principal, make sure your class is registered to participate in the Kid Governor program and the upcoming election. It's free. If you aren't a student, a teacher, or a principal, you can still follow along with the assignment at ct.kidgovernor.org. You can watch the 7 finalist campaign videos and watch the live announcements of the election results in mid-November. Now, I would like to ask Ryan and Warona to come back up to the podium. Now that we have told you about our platform and our term in office, do you have any questions for us?
Hi. How did you guys each come to select the particular issues you wanted to advocate for?
I noticed that a lot of schools it's like, there's a lot of bullying in schools, and kids are experiencing bullying, and a lot of kids have mental health, and grown up, I feel like adults don't really care in mind of kids' mental health, and I wanted to change that. I'm gonna go back up, answer that question.
Could you repeat the question? How did you decide what your platform was going to be?
I'm sorry?
How did you pick what your platform was? Positivity.
Oh, okay. So I realized that a lot of my classmates and friends were really insecure, and I really wanted to stop that so that they can continue to love themselves.
I picked mental health because some of my friends had like ADHD and ADD, and so I wanted to like help them live better and have a better life.
Any other questions?
So what do you guys want to do when you grow up? What's next?
That's a good question. So many people might think, since I'm Connecticut's Kid Governor, I would want to run for office when I grow up, or be the president, or maybe the mayor of my city. But actually, I really like sports, and I wanted to be a professional football player when I grow up. But if that doesn't go my way, then I might come into the government and run for office.
Football or government?
When I grow up, I would want to be a neurosurgeon.
Ooh, neurosurgeon.
When I grow up, I want to be a soccer player.
Soccer player?
Questions? Yes, ma'am.
What advice would you guys give to kids who are presently preparing their campaigns and their platforms to run this year?
So, like me, I'm from Waterbury. Actually, the first Connecticut's Kid Governor from Waterbury. So, not a lot of people believe that I could do it since nobody have won in Waterbury. But I didn't give up. I kept running. I kept following my dreams, and I'm here now. So, with that being said, if you want to follow your dreams, don't listen to anybody that is doubting you or just telling you can't do it. You could do it. You could just keep following your dreams. Keep dreaming.
Advice I would give to someone who's currently running their campaign video, I would say before you choose your platform, you could look around you and your surroundings and look at the biggest problem there is in your school or home. Because maybe one day, if you choose that, you might help that one person that you looked at, and they will look up forward to you and also try to be one.
Can you repeat that question again?
What piece of advice would you give to any of the children or students, fifth graders that might be sitting in this room who are right now preparing their platforms to run in November of this year for Kid Governor?
So my advice would be just go for it, and if someone's doubting you, you can prove them wrong.
Any more questions? Yes.
What was your favorite part of being part of this program?
Can you repeat that again?
Your favorite part of being part of the program?
My inauguration. It was a lot of fun and also kind of nerve-wracking. I got to do a lot of things, talk to a lot of students. I got sworn in that day too, and yeah.
My favorite parts were like meeting new people and the trip so I can see who really supported me and or who agreed with my platform.
My favorite part was probably when we went to go to the State House, and I met a lot of new people, like the Lieutenant Governor and representatives of my town.
Any more questions? Okay, I'll continue. I would like to call up Mr. C. Let's go.
So we have another special guest with us here today. We have the first selectman of East Windsor, Jason Bauza, who this was the library we visited this morning. And he wasn't able to join us there, but he wanted to stop by to congratulate and recognize Kid Governor Keudy. So, first selectman.
Thank you very much. Governor, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. As was mentioned, I had every intention of getting to the Kid Governor's visit at the Warehouse Point Library earlier this morning, but I had a conflict with my children's soccer game. And so they're the ones who are running around in the library not observing the quiet in the library rules, full disclosure. And this is a really interesting time, really challenging time to be in government and public service. I think Mayor Martin would agree that every day that we go to work and we try and make our communities a little bit better, it feels like it's just getting harder and harder. It feels to me a lot lately like we're trying to push water uphill. And when I hear the platform that the governor and his cabinet have put forward, for the first time in a long time, I'm feeling genuine hope, you know, and talking about the importance of civility in our society, talking about the importance of positivity, talking about recognition of and treatment of mental health. If these three people are not hitting it on the head, what people that are in the mayor's position in mind and higher up in the government ought to be working on, I can't think of a better example than that. Because if you get to the root of those three things, of civility, of mental health, diagnosis and treatment, and of positivity, we can get a whole lot more accomplished together. So I am feeling genuinely enthusiastic, genuinely hopeful for the first time in a long time. And as I said, my intention was to come and meet these folks in Warehouse Point. I'm really glad that I took the time to come to East Hartford, having missed that, because I would have missed that message. And to the three of you, I just want to sincerely say, thank you for putting the wind back in my sails at a time when I really needed it. And I'm sure as you continue your terms in office and going around talking to people, there's going to be other people who feel that same way. And for right now, Mayor Martin and I and the folks that we work with, it's our job to try and make our communities a little bit better. But yours is coming. You guys are taking a first significant step in terms of showing genuine, true leadership, and I can't wait for you guys to be in charge. It gives me hope for tomorrow, and I'm grateful for that. So I do have a brief, well, it's actually a rather verbose proclamation. I'm not going to read it because it's about 500 words, but I do want to take a minute and present it to Governor Martinez, and again, my thanks to you, sir, for what I needed to hear today. Sorry about that.
Before I continue, I want to thank you again. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, just continue. Before you leave today, I hope you will stop by the information table and participate in my activity. As you know, my platform addresses bullying and mental health. I think it's important to address these issues in schools as well as in your everyday life, whether you're a student or an adult. My activity is making a paper chain of positive messages for yourselves and others. As you can see on the screen, I started this activity at my inauguration in January. Now, a chain with hundreds of links is displayed in my office at the Connecticut's Old State House. For my activity, take one strip of paper. On one side of the paper, write a positive comment about yourself and your qualities. On the other side, write a positive comment about a friend, classmate, family member, a co-worker, or even someone that you know. Then, staple your complete link to the end of the paper chain. That's it. I will bring the paper chain back to the Old State House to display in my office. That brings us to the end of our presentation. I hope you will stay for a few minutes to meet Ryan and Warona and me. Remember to do my activity and enjoy some delicious snacks. Thank you for being here today for my library circuit, and thank you again to the East Hartford Public Library for hosting us. I hope you will do your part, no matter how big or small, to speak for safe and happy schools.